Hello there. Can't see who it is. I don't know if it's somebody that I know or just someone that's stopping by. This is a requested live stream. Been trying to get it off the road now for about 2 weeks now, longer. And I was waiting for a few more people to come in before I get started. Okay, I'm gonna go on and start this requested live stream because the person that asked me, well, a couple of people asked me to share this. They're not here. I am kind of early because they're probably at work. But anyway, I might go back and say some things, but I probably won't. But anyway, the title of this video is this live stream is Moving to Atlanta, Mac's Journey. And I like to ask people, why? Do you know why you want to move to Atlanta? When do you think you're going to be moving and where? Because a lot of people I've seen and follow me ask questions like they want to live in Atlanta. And no disrespect to anybody, but if you plan on living in Atlanta, you need to have some money. I'm talking about in Fulton County area. There are not a lot of affordable housing in Atlanta. Now, if you have mega bucks, then knock yourself out. But when you come to Atlanta, be prepared because we purchased our house here in February. And prior to that, it was fun at first, and then it was a complete nightmare because what you're up against right now in this market is that the inventory is low. Okay, the inventory is low. And the first thing I would suggest, if you're purchasing a house and you're ready, you got all the legwork done, you've been pre-approved. Even once you get pre-approved, it's still a challenge. We'll get into that. But what we found out is that I'm gonna go not elementary, but really back. I'm gonna share some things. I'm not a broker, nor I'm a real estate agent, but I bought enough homes in my lifetime. This is my third home. And my husband, I think this is about his sixth home in his lifetime. I am a native here. So this is not our first rodeo. But what I want to share with you is this. Please pick out an agent that you trust, okay? Someone that you trust. And I can tell you this from experience. I've seen friends and coworkers buy homes coming from other areas. So you need to be open. So first of all, pick an agent that you trust, okay? And when you do find an agent that you trust, please listen to them. Please, please, please listen to your agent. They're a professional, and they would not steer you in the wrong direction. But you have to be open and willing to listen. And you can't really compare. You can, but it's just going to make your journey a little more difficult. If you start comparing houses, where you're coming from, a lot of people coming from California, Detroit, New York, everywhere. They are moving here, guys, in droves. You hear me? They are moving here. And they have a tendency to compare. And I had to tell people, you can't do that. It's totally different up north and out west as it is here in the south. Atlanta is in demand. It really is. You all know that. So be open, trust your agent, and listen to them, okay? And you need to know where you want to live. You got to narrow it down. Georgia is a beautiful state, but for some reason, I understand a lot of people move to Atlanta for different reasons. Have family, they want to pursue their acting career, their music career, or whatever their career, whatever. That's okay, but you need to know why you're moving here, okay? And listen to your agent. Now, even after you get pre-approved, guys, I'm telling you, when we start looking, we will see a house on the market, and within an hour or two, the Dawn house was already sold. Hi, how you doing, Militia, how you doing? So the market here is in demand, okay? There's not a lot of inventory. So we were looking how we started, looking for houses 3 months ahead of time, and in February we actually closed. But it was a road, it was a journey, but it developed. Okay, so listen to your agent, okay? They are the professionals. Know what you're willing to compromise. Tell your agent what you're looking for. Well, your money's going to dictate where you're going to live in the first place, okay? And a lot of affordable houses are gone. The inventory here is low because of demand. So you all know how that works. We're not getting all into that one-on-one real estate stuff. You need to talk to your agent. But you have to understand, in order, there are not affordable houses under $200,000 anymore. You know, I mean, some of them like dumps. What was like $85,000, $90,000 a year or two ago, gone. They're gone. So you got to be open and willing to maybe go out a little further. You know, an hour away from downtown, the Atlanta area, okay? And be ready for the commute if you want to find a decent home. So listen to your agent, okay? Be open and be willing and be honest. You can't get everything you want. You may have to maybe reconsider areas, okay? But listen to your agent if you trust your agent. We ran into things like competition. We had one house we want to look at. Guys, I'm telling you, that there were about 150 people looking at this one house. You hear me? One house. So people are coming here from other areas with money in their pocket. So you will be contending with buyers, buying property, people coming here with cash money, even after you have been pre-approved. Does not guarantee you're going to get exactly what you want. So you may want to consider taking an older house, or if you have the funds, they're renovated. There are a lot of nice houses, but further out. You got to be open and be honest with what you want and what you can bear and what you cannot bear, what you're going to tolerate, you just can't tolerate, okay? And you be ready to commute. The traffic here is notorious. I used to have to commute an hour and a half when I was working full-time, okay? But I don't have to work full-time anymore, so I don't have to worry about the traffic. But if you're worried about the traffic, you don't need to come here. I'm telling you, the traffic is notorious. Now, I'm not trying to deter anyone from making their dream a reality, but you got to be realistic, okay? There are a lot of things people are doing. We had one particular house we wanted and we liked, and people actually writing letters now to the sellers and to try to get them to accept your offer. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, because this is now a seller's market. All right, so they don't have to negotiate a lot. And most of the houses are selling at whatever they're asking for. If they're asking for $190,000, they can get that. So if you've been approved for $180,000, they're not going to come down. I'm telling you, they're not. They're just not in that position. They're not in that position right. They don't have to. So Be prepared. There are beautiful areas outside of Atlanta area, 45, 35, 45 to an hour away, okay? You don't have to live in Fulton County. You can live in Newton County, Rockdale County, Carroll County, Paulding County. Those are nice areas, but the market is going up, 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 guys. I'm telling you. I am telling you. So be prepared, but you got to listen, be open, and understand. Just because you got pre-approved, still does not mean you're going to find something that you can afford right now, okay? But don't get discouraged. But like I said, be open and understand how Atlanta works. We don't have boroughs here. We have 8 or 9 counties that make up the metro Atlanta area. So you may want to consider that and do your research. And if you have family here, that's a plus. Maybe you can bunk with family for a while or whatever till you save more money or whatever you need to do. But guys, make sure you do your leg work. So be prepared to be in competition with buyers or buying a property, okay? People coming here with cash money. So you have to sit down and talk to your agent and be patient. And like I said, I saw news the other day that they're building new homes, but they're not building homes under 20,000. They're just not. So there's a development going on. I saw the news up in Ackworth, which is, you know, right outside Atlanta also. But these houses started at 300-some thousand. So that's what you're looking at now, guys. That's where you're looking at. So a year ago, before pandemic, you could have gotten a nice house closer to the city for $170,000, $160,000, even $158,000. But I hadn't seen anything like that. We did good when we got this house. We had the terrific agent and broker to help us. You all know them on Atlanta Now. You can follow my other videos. Christina and Darius Bailey. They were awesome. They helped us a whole lot, guys. There were many days I thought I was going to just pull my hair out of my head. But guys, you have to be patient. So know it that even agents can get folks approved, you know, if you qualify, but you still may not find what you want. So be willing. I can just share that, be willing to move out a little further. Even then, they're going quickly. I'm telling you guys, homes that we looked at 6-7 months ago, there's like 165, 159, or 180, gone. I'm telling you, there's still a few out there, but you just have to be willing. Know what you can live with, what you can't live with, okay? But you know your money gonna dictate a lot. That's gonna be the contributing factor right here, the main factor, where you've been pre-approved for, unless you come with some cash money. Let's just be for real. A lot of people concerned asked me, one guy emailed me and asked me something about the crime. Yes, the crime is off the chain in the city, but most of these crimes are, a lot of them, you know, on strangers, but they're also, a lot of crimes on people that know each other, you know, in their circle or they're familiar with. But there are some crimes that not taking place here on strangers, okay? But they're really working hard trying to get this crime under control. But you know, the more people in the city, it's just the way it is. But only difference in you move a 45, 35, I'll say 35 minutes away, usually there's no buses, there's no transit, so you have to have a car. You cannot move to Atlanta, Georgia, the metro counties without a car, okay? You need a car if you're gonna commute to the city to work. But all the areas, metro counties outside of Atlanta, guys, is everything you need. A lot of these counties have hospitals, clinics, stores, schools, you name it, just like any other big city. But if your heart is content on just living in Fulton County, Atlanta, come with some money. All right? Come with some money. Come with some money. Okay? So I cannot stress that enough. saw one little guy's video. He was telling me that he's going to quit his job and come to Atlanta. He can't wait to come to Atlanta and just start partying. Okay, you want to party? That's fine. But it's more to do here than just party. I understand. I'm not knocking anybody's youth. I was young myself, which I never was a person who did a lot of partying. But at the same time, that's here too. But be it known that yes, the crime is up in the downtown area. I've been here all my life. I have family living in Atlanta, and people are sitting on gold mines right now when it comes to real estate. But even though they sitting on gold mines right now, they sell their house. If they want to sell their house, where they gonna go? They're gonna have to go higher or go out further. That's just the way it is. A friend of mine, family member of mine, just purchased a house. I don't know if you're from Atlanta or familiar with Atlanta, but there's an area in Atlanta, used to be low income. They're now building $500,000 townhouses on Bankhead Highway. Another name is Veterans Memorial, blah, blah, blah. In Atlanta, one street can have 4 names. It can be the same street, but the name would change according to the location. Anyway, this gives you an idea of what you're dealing with. There are homes that are being built, townhouses on Bankhead Highway, $500,000. You know what the median income in the area is? $26,000. So you already know. I'm not gonna get all into the gentrification, what's going on. You know what's going on. If you don't, you do your research. That's what's going on, guys. My cousin, another family member of mine, not my cousin, a friend of hers, purchased a house a couple of years ago for $80,000 off Bankhead. That house now is worth over $300,000. And this lady told me her son just bought a house off Bankhead, 1,700 square feet. He paid $270,000 for this house. Bankhead, guys. Bankhead Highway. This is what's going on in all major cities. But like my son said once, told me, don't be afraid of gentrification. It can be a bad thing for a lot of people right now, but there are opportunities. There's a lot of opportunity as a result of this, guys. You're sitting on some real estate. So I just want to tell you that our experience was difficult at first. It was a nightmare, but then it turned out okay, and we got the home. And our home here was built in the 80s, but it's a nice home. We have 3 bedrooms, and we did the downstairs, so it's my husband's man cave, and we faced our deck, so that brought the value of our house up a lot. So it's already valued almost $10,000 since February. That's just how fast the market is. That's how crazy the market is. It's crazy, guys. It is crazy. So, and that was back in February, just not June. So I just want to tell you, after you get everything done, the leg work, your credit, and all that kind of stuff, and I want to share this with you guys too. Most people, I was one of them, after you get through life, you go to school, go to college, get your degree or whatever, and you start paying your student loans, and you making fairly good money, like I was. But at the same time, we have a tendency to not stay on top of our credit. You want to stay on top of your credit, guys. If you have student loans, please don't neglect your student loan. Get them in forbearance. Contact the people, because if you think you'll come here and get a house and your student loans are raggedy, it's not going to work. You got to do your leg work. You got to stay on top of your credit, okay? Do what you need to do. Now, for me, I didn't pay anybody to clean up my credit, because at the advice of my agent, steered me in which route to go, gave me resources. I did the leg work, and I stayed on top of my credit, and I got my score exactly where it needed to be, so you can get a good interest rate. But I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself because it was work. So I would say, well, like if within 10 months, we were ready to actually start shopping. So get that credit where it should be. Work on those student loans. Listen to your agent and be willing to compromise and where you want to live. Do your research and understand too that yes, the traffic is notorious here, but that's just the way it is. That's the nature of the beast. Okay? So if that's what you want to do, I'm not telling you not to come here, but do your research, guys. Know what you're about to get into. You can buy a house. Now, on the other hand, renting, that's another whole ball game. The apartments here, you are not going to get a decent apartment in the Atlanta area these days under $200,000, under $2,000 a month. That's just bottom of the barrel. That's just the bottom of the barrel. Okay, now the further out you go outside Atlanta, you can get a decent apartment for maybe $1,100 or $1,000, but they're not going to be luxury apartments. Okay, it is much better in this climate and in Atlanta, Georgia, to own your own home. Okay, or buy you some land and build. It is so bad here that there are a lot of young people, I'm telling you, they cannot afford the rent in these apartments, because most of the apartments here in the Atlanta area require that your salary, you make 3 times the amount, whatever the apartment is, the amount of the apartment, okay, the rent. So you have to have some money coming in, some good money, a salary, if you want to live in a high-end apartment, okay? A lot of young people, they're getting roommates because they cannot afford the rent anymore. I'm talking about we call rinky-dink apartments in the Atlanta area. They have to get roommates. And a lot of young people living in these extended stay apartment hotels. You know what I'm talking about, the extended stay? And those in about $1,800. I know one lady told me her son's living in one. They're splitting the rent. It's $1,800 a month in extended stay, guys. An extended stay. So you need to bear in mind that's what you're going to pay if you're going to rent. So I suggest to anybody, get that credit right, work on it, get you a good agent, listen to your agent, sit down, be honest with yourself, what you're willing to compromise on. If you want a backyard, you just have to have a backyard, then you may have to go a little further out, because most of the newer houses don't have a lot of backyard anyway. If you want to live in a house and have association, be willing to pay some money, okay? You want a house built in 2000 or whatever, be willing to pay some money, okay? There are a lot of areas here that are nice outside that you can get a decent house for maybe 170, 180, but you got to go out. But even that is pushing it down. They're constantly, it's going up. It's going up. So be ready to dish out some money, whether it's a mortgage or an apartment or condo. We have a lot of townhouses, not so many condos, but the big on townhouses here. But anyway, there are some. But guys, I hope I shed some light on the situation. Know why you're moving here, where you want to move to. Be ready to be honest and open with yourself or whoever you're buying a house with, and be on the same page. Listen to your agent, and don't give up, and work on that credit. Okay, work on your credit and make sure your student loans are where they're supposed to be. I'm telling you, and get prepared to submit some documentation. And it can happen, guys. I don't want to discourage anyone, but I want you to know what you are really about to embark on, if that's your goal and that's your dream to move to Atlanta. Okay? But consider other areas, and there are other cities in Georgia that's equally as nice. May not be the big city, but you can still live an hour away, 45 minutes away, and commute to the city. All right? So don't give up on your dream, and your dream can become a reality. I'm telling you guys. But you have to have the faith, and I said earlier, it's going to take more than prayer. I believe in the power of prayer, But we got to do our part too. You got to work. You got to work on that credit. Okay? Stay on top of those student loans. And make sure your debt to income ratio is with. That's nothing you're going to learn. You can't have all this debt and not a lot of money coming in. Okay? All right? Because they look at that too. They look at a lot of stuff about your credit. Not just, they look at all what types of credit you have, how long you've had this credit. Is it evolving credit? How you pay, your payment history. And the best way to get your score, I found, is that for the past, I have never been late on any of my charge cards, my car notes, anything in the history of me having car notes and charge cards. So never just pay your minimum, guys. The best way to get your score up, if you have some collections on there, call the folks. Some of these people will work out deals with you guys. They will work out deals. But don't just think that silence is golden. Not when it comes to buying a house. Silence is not golden. Silence is not golden. Work on your credit. I didn't pay about it. And you have to watch out for a lot of scams out here saying it will help you pay us some money and we'll help you clean up your credit. I have found that's a DIY. A DIY, do it yourself. What is it? Do it yourself, DIY. Do it yourself. Just don't be lazy, okay? And make sure that debt to income ratio where it should be, and you got to work on those charge cards. Get them down. If you can't move here now, start doing what you need to do. There are a lot of stuff agents can help you with. There's Google. Information is out there to show you how to do it. Just make up in your mind, you're going to do it. Stay true, and you will be so proud of yourself. Because I'm proud of myself. Even if I didn't purchase a house, I was proud of myself and what I did with my credit score. Now, everybody wants to give me charge cards, but no debt. No debt. I don't want debt, okay? But I hope your dream become a reality. If it's not Atlanta or wherever, you got to do the work. You have to do the work, okay? Take care. And I hope this helped my persons that have asked me to do this. Bye-bye.